Moved by Councillor Downard, seconded by Councillor Kirk. Any alterations or amendments to these? Okay, being none, all those in favour? Any matters arising from those emergency management committee meetings? Minutes?
Just to remind everyone, the shakeout tomorrow, 9:26.
9:26 or 9:24?
And promote it with your whānau and school. Well, it's already promoting the schools, but just anyone around you.
So that tomorrow is a simulated. We won't actually have the earthquake, so it will be at the end. So, it's an educational exercise done by emergency management committee right across New Zealand. Councillor Williams?
Just a quick question of Councillor Downard. I just wondered if you could comment on the media release regarding the concern about communication with civil defence with regard to the recent eruption of Tongariro, because I understood that DOC were in the loop within 7 minutes, but there was a media release that said that they were notified.
That's media, but I mean, GNS and DOC were really running this prior to the actual eruption. I mean, it was in their hands with earthquakes 2 weeks prior. So there was talk that there was not communications actually when it erupted, and I think that was just after midnight on the Sunday night, Monday morning. But I think all the people that were in the know knew exactly what was going on straight away. I mean, there wasn't a media briefing until 7 o'clock that morning at the police station. So.
Yeah, so in other words, that was incorrect. The media report was incorrect.
Well, the media can report but their interpretation might be different to the powers of the being. What I'm saying is GNS and DOC, I think they were in the know and knew straight away what was happening, and that was perceived to the media at 7 o'clock when all the information that they could get. Remember that Monday morning was quite overcast, they couldn't fly in close to there, so there was a whole lot of, they just can't go out and describe exactly what's happening up there straight away. So I think the information that was released at the time was that, was the information.
Did you want to put on, Councillor Williams? Yes. Just do a statement while I found hard to hear. That's fine, thank you. Okay, no more matters arising from there, that's fine. Now please turn to Mangakino Pouakani. Their minutes, 3/17 going through to 3/20. Would I have a mover, please? Move, Councillor Truman, second. Councillor Hickling. Oh, you weren't either, I was. Okay, you were too. Councillor Craig. Any alterations or amendments to those meetings, please? Minutes, please. Being none, all those in favour say aye. Aye. Any matters arising? Okay, matter arising I have, Councillor Truman, is did anybody think to take up about writing to Waikato River Trails and seeing if we could get a representative on it?
Yes, it's been done.
No reply yet, I presume. Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you very much. Any other matters arising? Just for everybody's information, Taupo District do contribute to Waikato River Trails. We often have issues with Waikato River Trails as to who maintains them, etc. go to the Mangakino area. We like to see local people get some of the work and what have you. We just felt as a committee that it would be prudent, and we have written, or Councillor Truman has written to Waikato River Trails to see if we can get a person on the Waikato River Trails Trust. But at the end of the day, we want to see them come right down to Taupo. So it's right to the heart of what we were talking about this morning. Someone we need to work with. I think the best way to work with them is to get on the committee with them. So I look forward to the answer to that. So, moving lastly, please to again Turangi-Tongariro Community Board meeting on the 11th of September, pages 3/30 to 3/35. Can I have a mover, please?
I move.
Thank you. Seconder. Councillor Johnson. All those in favour?
Aye.
I should have asked any amendments or alterations first, so consider that done, please. Any amendments or alterations to those minutes? Particularly from you, Councillor Kepper? There being
None.
none. There being none, any matters arising, please?
Yes. On 3 bar on page 3 or 3/32. there's a resolution 5057 on 3/31 and over to 3/32. The second part of that resolution, which relates to asking council to consider a workshop in respect of the Lions Company charges in the Turangi area.
Okay, well, I read this in a minute when they came through 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think I'll come back there, and I had a little bit of a discussion with your Councillor Kepper. Happy to have this council have a workshop to address these issues, because there seems to be a double whammy, for the want of a better word, happening down at that end of the lake. But on an investigation of it, it's only government legislation that could change this. We could always advocate, which is, I guess, our job on behalf of our district and what have you. So, but bear in mind, please, that we would have no effect except to be advocated, which we have for quite some time. But happy to have that workshop. So I'll take Councillor Downer and up.
I'd just like to endorse that with Councillor Kipper. I had a meeting, or I got invited over to the Rangatiki District Council meeting with Sue Morris and her councillors, and it's a big talking point over there as well, and they're doing big applications, so I've got a lot of information here that might be good to put both our heads together and advocate as one.
Okay, well, Councillor Cook.
I do know that the local MP Louise Uxton over the last 4 years has done a huge amount of work, and with neighbouring members of parliaments, and also it's gone to the minister's office, and it is completely a central government issue, and even a commerce commission issue. It's not something at a local level we could do, although advocating on behalf of our residents and ratepayers is something I'd always support.
Perhaps I can give a bit of history around this. There was a user group led by David Holland, and they were essentially Oakuni residents who have lobbied and lobbied and lobbied Commerce Commission, and Commerce Commission have said there's nothing they can do, that the Lions Company charges are within what they are able to charge, and in fact they could charge 15% more. That group has since disbanded. Ruapehu District Council has put $50,000 into a budget to lobby whoever, central government I guess, on the Lions Company charges. Now, before the county's merger, before we became District Council, the Laurie Kurutau, the most affected area in the TT ward, they were under the Taranaki County Council. But since they're now in our district, the board is simply advocating for them. And they think there are further things that can be done, such as they call it the GXP box, which is a junction box. It is actually at the Genesis depot in Takane Powerhouse, which allows for one Lions Company to take over the area, if you like, and the group advocating that perhaps another line company like Unison could take over the exit points and provide the Lions Company charges for our area. And that's simply what the board was doing, was asking for that discussion.
Yep. So okay, community board here made a recommendation that they want to have a workshop, so that becomes a recommendation. 5057, it's adopted here today, it becomes a resolution of council. If the board requests council consider a workshop to address the issues raised in relation to the Lions Company. So are we going to have this workshop, or what's the way forward from here? Councillor Kepper, I need some guidance on this one.
Yeah. I think it would be worth holding this workshop, because it does cover some of Mangakino as well. So, and the purpose is for the Turangi end anyway is to see what can be done, if anything, to get the Lions Company changed from a Lions Company to Unison.
So, I realise we've got media in the room, we've got people on it, I realise webcam's on, but Councillor Kepper, just to put everybody in the picture, and the purpose of this is to do what? Is it because by the time you get your lines bill and your electricity bill, it's out of kilter, or what?
Well, it's
What,
simply
Councillor,
that
what are
most
we,
of the
what are you
users.
driving to?
Well, I'll explain. The charging regime for the lines company is simply that they monitor the consumers over a 2-hour period, and it's always during winter. So they're monitoring what your power usage is in winter, and they're charging you based on that over the whole year. So what I'm saying is you use more power in winter, so clearly your charges over the summer months are going to be higher. Well, they're not going to be higher, but it's an unfair regime of charging. It should be done on 2 or 3 assessments through the year. So it should have a winter one and a summer one, and the charges should be based on